He never failed. He never. You guys, Noah is doing so good. It's so amazing because Noah had surgery 2 weeks ago and he was on this ventilator. And so the ventilator, it's for a baby who is absolutely having trouble breathing, like absolutely not breathing on their own. And so Noah didn't need that ventilator, and we didn't know that until they started, doing x-rays, and he had air around his lungs, and the doctor's like, we don't know what's going on. And of course, I called my mom, and mom called her friend. God led her to call her friend, and they prayed that that God give the doctors a new perspective on what's going on with Noah. Let me tell you, he never failed. He never failed. He never. You guys, Noah is doing so good. It's so amazing because Noah had surgery 2 weeks ago and he was on this ventilator. And so the ventilator, it's for a baby who is absolutely having trouble breathing, like absolutely not breathing on their own. And so Noah didn't need that ventilator, and we didn't know that until they started, doing x-rays, and he had air around his lungs, and the doctor's like, we don't know what's going on. And of course, I called my mom, and mom called her friend. God led her to call her friend, and they prayed that that God give the doctors a new perspective on what's going on with Noah. Let me tell you, he never failed. And so that whole day was all yesterday morning. It was just kind of like it was all the weather explained my feelings gloomy. Because we didn't know what was going on, and so I got on my war clothes and I went on his bed in his bedside, and I declared some things, and I spoke tongues, and I prayed over my son. I put some worship music on because the devil ain't playing, obviously. And so when my mom was praying, she said she heard machine, but she didn't know what that meant. And so my dad came home. My mom's telling my dad, what's wrong with Noah. And my dad automatically was like, oh, what's that machine? He don't need that machine. Moments later, the doctors comes up and they say, we think it's the machine. We're going to try to see if it's the machine. And so they bag him manually. Grey's Anatomy, the manual breathing thing, the green thing, the ball thing. Yes, they did that. And it was so easy to do. They said it wasn't hard at all, and so they switched him. They switched him on the first machine that he was on when he was first born, which is a newer model, basically. With today's time technology, and so he was getting more oxygen than he needed with that ventilator, with the ancient old one, and he was trying to tell us because Noah would breathe, like he would breathe on his own heavy. So he was fighting against that machine. He was trying to tell us, I don't need this machine. This is way too much oxygen for me. It was expanding his lungs more than what it should have. And so I'm in awe. I stand in awe of what God has done. He gave the doctors a new perspective, and it could have been another way. Had he stayed on that machine, it could have been another way. It's funny though. It's crazy though because you loose my shackles and you set me free was playing yesterday morning, and instead of me, I put Noah's name in, and she was giving her testimony. Miranda was giving her testimony of how if she didn't make it to the hospital when she did, she would have died or she would have been in a coma. And it just makes me think, had we not prayed, or had the Holy Spirit had not given the nurse a different perspective, him still being on that ventilator, it could have went another way. And so I thank God, and I strongly believe that was the final thing that we needed to overcome. And so now I know for a fact that Noah is on the road of full recovery. Now that needs to take place. It's just he needs to just rest and heal. No more mishaps. That was the last one, and God's good. Oh. Oh, you've been mighty good. And so my mom, the Holy Spirit gave my mom this song. He never fails, and he never will. How did the beginning go? God of all creation reigns. Yes, you guys gotta hear it. I gotta somehow insert it in so you guys can hear it, but I'm excited.
Happy. Do you want to wrap that gel pillow in like a burp?
Oh yeah.
You don't have to do any more lifting. He's pretty chill right now.
Oh, he's loving it.
All right.
Right. Yay!
Cool. Okay, Mom, you want to get in here? I'll let you come on my side so you can help.